What is up, you guys? My name is Roman, and my pronouns are he, him, and his. And today I'm going to be watching and reacting to five Stranger Things storylines that got closure, and five that were left unresolved by Miss Mojo. Now, Miss Mojo makes amazing top tens. It's the sister channel of Watch Mojo. Uh, I will link I will link them below, and let's get started.
All his research into the gate, how he created it, what it really is. I'm still deciphering it, but
Yeah, this shit'll fry your brain.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're looking at the long-standing questions that were and were not answered in the final season of Stranger Things. Major spoilers ahead for all 5 seasons.
Because that makes no sense. And everything in this place makes sense.
Relationships resolved. One of the first Stranger Things romances we see develop is the love triangle between Steve, Nancy, and Jonathan.
Nancy Wheeler, will you not marry me?
The latter mutually break up in episode 6. And in the finale, the former couple are single and Steve is dating.
Is it the lectures on Steinem that draw you, or the high concentration of women?
Can't it be both?
While Robin doesn't explicitly state she was talking about Vicky when she mentioned, quote, overbearing partners, there's no reason to assume they broke up. Hopper and Joyce got their happy ending and finally went to Enzo's.
Joyce Byers.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely got the ending they deserved.
Will you spend the rest of your life with a tired, grumpy, stubborn old man who loves you very much?
As for the youngsters, Max and Lucas are still going strong. Dustin's overwhelming grief for Eddie affected his closest friendships, so it makes sense if he and Susie broke up off-screen. Unfortunately for Byler shippers, Mike doesn't get together with Will after Elle's sacrifice. However, we love that Will is comfortable with himself enough to start dating.
it isn't long before he finds his place.
Yeah, that's alright. I mean, I didn't expect him and Mike to get together. I mean, I'm not saying I didn't want that to happen. I wouldn't mind if that happened, but, at the same time, I don't mind if it doesn't happen, and it didn't. So, um, I'm just. What I'm saying is, I'm glad they left. It sounded like a proper ending to Will.
There. And with that, deep happiness and acceptance.
Misadventures in Russia, unresolved.
Mhm.
Many viewers found Season 4's Escape from Russia storyline to be uninteresting. And even in Season 5, there are still
Oh, I personally didn't. I actually loved the Russia storyline.
parts that are
I actually thought that was the most interesting storyline in season 4, actually.
unclear. While imprisoned at the Kamchatka facility, Jim Hopper gets out of his shackles by asking another inmate to break his ankle, of which he seemingly recovers from rather quickly. Before he, quote, perished in the Starcourt Mall explosion, Joyce promised Hop she'd protect Eleven. But as soon as she hears he's alive, she teams up with Murray to break him out, leaving the kids on their own.
Well, I'm not exactly an expert in parenting, but for what little it's worth, I think you did the right thing, the responsible thing.
When Joyce and Murray crash a plane in Alaska, they don't sustain any substantial injuries either. These aren't actual plot holes, but the overlooked details left some scratching their heads. Season 4's Upside Down is
That's it? You're not going to say more about the Russia storyline? Like you're just saying about random stuff about like them not getting injured? Like what? You even like don't you even like if I were you, I would say that um how did they what's their connection to the upside down? Like how did they get all these demogorgons and demo dogs and open the gate and all that? Like how did they know about this stuff in the first place? How did they come across it?
Escape, Unresolved. In the season 4 finale, Nancy, Steve, Robin, Eddie, and Dustin bring the fight to the Upside Down.
4 times.
But after Vecna opens the 4th gate, we don't see how they escaped. We know what happened to dearly departed Eddie Munson, but how did the others get back to the real Hawkins? The episode jumps ahead 2 days where they're helping the residents of Hawkins heal after the, quote, earthquake.
It's okay if you want to save him, you know.
No, he'll be more loved in a new home.
Season 5 begins with Rockin' Robin explaining the state of Hawkins under military quarantine.
Yeah, I feel like they got rid of the whole Hawkins earthquake thing totally quickly. I thought they were like doomed and there was like a big storm coming and they were going to become the upside down or at least close to it, but apparently it was just like out of it.
As we catch up with the characters. However, how they all managed to escape is never addressed.
And now, I'm stuck here with you, my fellow quarantine compatriots. And if I can be brutally honest, I couldn't be happier. Because when you really think about it, why would you want to live anywhere else?
Dr. K and the military, Unresolved.
Yep.
After Elle sacrifices herself and closes the last portal, Dr. K and her army simply vanish from the story. Hopper, who's later reinstated as police chief, and the others don't face any legal consequences after taking out multiple soldiers. The pregnant women being injected with Collie's blood were more than likely killed in the explosion. It makes sense that they'd leave Hawkins, since the person they were hunting just died, especially given their mission wasn't exactly public knowledge.
And you believe?
This is what I was wondering. Like, what happened to them? And also total side note, and they might mention this, but I'm not sure. But either way, what happened to another character who a few other characters who didn't return in season 4 and or not season 4, season 5 and were we never saw like the other cops that Hopper worked with, like the black cop and the the other cop that has the with the glasses. We never saw them. Like I would have loved to see their reactions to Hopper not being dead. Like what? Where did they go?
11 has taken these kids. For what purpose?
Killing them, protecting them, the reason doesn't matter.
Many fans agree that Dr. K wasn't an interesting or well-written character. But after the suffering she caused, not just to our heroes but to her own soldiers, viewers would have been satisfied to see her get a not-so-happy ending, like Lieutenant Akers.
Yeah, at least we got to see him meet his unhappy ending. Well,
Will's connection to Vecna, resolved.
thank God.
In Season 5, Vecna tells Will he was chosen for his weak mind, revealing how he unknowingly helped build the tunnels that formed in Season 2.
How do you think the tunnels came to be, William? You built them.
Will has a lot of epic moments in the final season, saving friends by tapping into the hive mind, Vecnaing demogorgons, invading Henry's mind, and coming out to his loved ones.
Yeah. A lot of y'all don't like his big speech scene where he's not only coming out, but like I personally enjoyed it. Like y'all are just haters. Like I think it was a decent scene and of him not only coming out but just like sharing his like overall feelings on like his life and stuff. And I thought it was a great scene.
Don't like girls.
After the absolute hell he's gone through, he deserved every one of them. Dr. Owens' whereabouts unresolved.
Okay, this one I was questioning the most.
Dr. Sam Owens played a major part in Season 2 as Dr. Martin Brenner's colleague and eventual successor.
I'm more of a mounds guy, but I gotta say, peanut butter and chocolate, come on. Hard to beat that. All right, so tell me what's going on with you. Tell me about this episode you had.
He made a cameo in the Season 3 finale and returned in Season 4 in a prominent role. But the fate of the Hawkins National Laboratory Director turned ally remains unknown. He was last seen in Season 4's penultimate episode, restrained in the lab, imploring Lieutenant Colonel Jack Sullivan not to kill 11.
And we'll see if these murders keep happening. If you're right, the killing ends and you can pull the plug on her. In fact, I'll do it myself. But if you're wrong about this, God, are we gonna need her? Jack, don't do this. I'm begging you.
Of course, we know Sullivan's men failed to take her down, but what about Owens? Did he escape and go into hiding, or was he ultimately killed? We'll just never know.
Take it.
You son of a bitch! No! You son of a bitch!
Collie.
Yeah, I have no clue what happened to him. I don't know, maybe that could leave the door open for another spin-off.
AKA 8. Resolved. Season 2's infamous penultimate episode, The Lost Sister, saw 11 going rogue and running away from Hawkins. She ends up in Chicago, Illinois, where she meets—
Hey, Chicago, Illinois. Chicago represent. Chicago represent here. That's my town. That's my city. Just thought I'd point it out. That's awesome.
Her sister, Collie, aka 8. While many viewers maligned the episode for taking a pointless detour before the Season 2 finale, people still wondered if she would return, or at least get a mention.
They found me. Found my friends. I killed them. And they took me.
In episode 4 of Season 5, Elle finds Collie in the Upside Down lab, where Dr. K extracted her blood for years, infusing it into pregnant women in an attempt to create more kids with powerful abilities.
But this was not
How messed up is that?
about revenge. Dr. K needed me. She needed my blood. And her need was endless.
Despite her long absence from the series, Collie played a big role in the final season, revealing Henry as the source of their powers and influencing Elle's sacrifice.
And with your blood, they will create more children, children who will suffer as we have. And with these children, they will open up more gates, more worlds.
Henry's time at Hawkins High, unresolved. When Vecna was introduced in Season 4, we got glimpses into his backstory as Henry Creel, a young boy with abilities who moved to Hawkins, Indiana in 1959.
Like you, I didn't fit in with the other children. Something was wrong with me. All the teachers and the doctors said I was broken.
After he kills his mother and sister and his father is framed, Dr. Brenner takes him to the Hawkins lab, where he stays into his adulthood. But in Season 5, Max learns that he attended Hawkins High School with the parents of his victims, including Joyce, Hopper, and the Wheelers.
Is that Joyce? Yep. And through that door, Hop's sneaking a joint. And that way, Mr. Wheeler is feeling up Mrs. Wheeler. I wish we had time to sightsee, but we've got a play to catch.
However, it's never really been implied that the adults knew him at all. Which begs the question, did they ever find out that Vecna was actually their old classmate? The origins of Henry, aka 1, aka Vecna, are explained in the Broadway play The First Shadow, but not acknowledging this in the show is an odd choice.
And that's when I understood. I was trapped inside Henry's mind. His memories.
Upside Down Origins, resolved. Over 5 seasons of Stranger Things, the Hawkins crew discovered quite a few different realms, mainly the Upside Down.
Holly isn't on the other side of the wall.
Then where is she?
I don't know exactly, but wherever she is, it's not the Upside Down.
Season 4 already confirmed that 11 unintentionally created the Upside Down on November 6, 1983, when Dr. Brenner told her to make contact with a Demogorgon in the void.
Don't focus on them.
Yes, Papa.
The This is why it's frozen on that specific day, which is also the day Will went missing. But Season 5 adds to the lore, revealing that what they thought was an extra-dimensional realm is actually a wormhole used as a bridge between Earth and the Abyss, where the Mind Flayer resides. Still confused? You're not alone.
More specifically, an interdimensional.
I'm not confused. I get the whole thing.
Bridge that rips through space-time. It is wildly unstable, but held together by exotic matter, which we found dead center right above the lab. In theoretical physics, they call this type of bridge a
Wormhole.
And this wormhole connects Hawkins to here, another world that I've coined the Abyss.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for
I have no clue what number 1 is, but whatever it is, I'm ready for it.
occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Henry and the Mind Flayer, Resolved. In episode 6, Max and Holly find Henry's traumatic memory in the cave that he's too scared to relive. As a kid, he found a scientist wounded in a cave, and in trying to help him, got shot in the hand, prompting Henry to hit him with a rock. In the finale, Henry forces his way into the cave to capture the children, and we see the full memory. The briefcase held a mysterious glowing rock housing Mind Flayer particles, which made its way into Henry. When the scientist tells him to resist being consumed, he flexes his new powers and kills him instantly. Henry didn't create the Mind Flayer, he was its vessel, and the two essentially became one humanity-hating entity.
We are one.
Were your lingering questions finally answered in Season 5? Let us know in the comments.
They were, but at the same time, they weren't. Like, it was just like, as much as this list, these were all, most of the things you covered on this list, Miss Mojo, were what my questions were. And that got resolved and were unresolved. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, make sure you give it a like. Possibly share it with a friend. And if you're new, subscribe to my channel. And be sure to also subscribe and check out Miss Mojo or Watch Mojo in your free time. I will link them below. And yeah, see you in the next video. Cheers, bye-bye.